have completed. And both of them are related to continuous assessment. We are all aware that in 2020, the Ministry of Education and Sports rolled out a new curriculum at the lower level. And this curriculum, in this curriculum, continuous assessment was made a compulsory component of all the assessment in all the subjects. The curriculum has been on for 4 years. This is now the 5th year. I think it is just right that we find out how the continuous assessment is being managed in schools. There's need for data, there's need for information, so that we can see, get to know what is going on, and if there is any need for improvement, interventions taken timely. So members, I want to once again welcome this paper to the other stakeholders and the public. So thank you for coming. I want to wish you a very fruitful session, a very engaging session during this annual conference. Thank you.
Dear colleagues, permit me to thank the Director for Research and Development for those opening remarks. I want to congratulate the Directorate. They have done an immense job. She noted that this one is our first level of dissemination of research findings. And the CA, most of all the 2 presentations will be on continuous assessment, which has been made compulsory for all the subjects, given the fact that we changed from the content-based to the competence-based assessment format. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, we have the program, the next part, open the workshop and share a few words with us. It is my pleasure to invite our esteemed Executive Director, Mr. Ngobi Sebastian, standing in for Mr. Dan Odong, to join the stage and deliver
a very critical event in our activity calendar. You have been told it is an annual event, yes. And it is one of those events when we showcase what has been going on as far as our research arm of this institution is concerned. In fact, it is a form of accountability to the general public, because one of the mandates we have as a board is to conduct educational research. And this is done by our research arm of the board. So annually, these conferences are organized. And normally, they are organized around critical issues which are impacting heavily on our education sector. This time around, it is organized around continuous assessment. You all know, because the majority of you are educationists, that there has been a shift in paradigm as far as our education system is concerned. And this shift in paradigm emphasizes continuous assessment. But this is something new which must be understood. And we believe that we must spearhead the crusade to make it really understood by the public, so that we get the full value out of this change in the education system. This event is very helpful to policymakers, because what comes out of this event is information that policymakers in our mother ministry particularly would be very interested in, because it brings information from the field as far as our education system is concerned, and it brings the most recent developments. So policymakers pick a lot of interest, and I believe that most of the people, the stakeholders who would utilize the findings of this research are here present, and they will vigorously follow up whatever comes up, but not only just follow up, but actually actively participate in the dialogue which will follow, to critique and add value to these presentations. So I want to implore you, I want to request you on behalf of the board that as you listen, please listen with the view that you are going to contribute, because all we are looking for is something that will be very valuable to our community, our society, as we progress in the arena of transforming our education system. Ladies and gentlemen, the topics I want to emphasize mirror this paradigm shift I talked about, and the success of that shift depends on how we as educationists come up to fine-tune it, polish it, and present it out there, so that it is a product consumable in a manner that adds value. So I would once again wish to welcome all of you. The purpose of this event is clearly articulated. Our expectations are also clearly articulated. I believe that you are the audience we are looking for as far as this event is concerned. And it is my hope, and it is the hope of everybody, that we shall get the best out of your presence here, because you have taken time off, very valuable time off, to come and be part of this event.
Really is supposed to be a prefix, right? With an hyphen and then such. Then you realize those are two different activities. You questioned things in your mind. You searched, and you did not only search once. Other people have been searching before you. And so when you go back to re-examine, to question the same things that have been searched over and over, you are researching. It is almost impossible for you to be the only one that has ever searched it. Because the strength of what we carry out in research is premised on what other people did before us. And then we are trying to add more information or knowledge to what has already been previously generated. And that's the strength of research. You're adding, you want to aim to add more knowledge or more information to what has already been done by others before us, existing in the country. Have we as universities ever researched on our assessment at the university level? We have curriculum, and every 4 or 5 years we are revising the curriculum. But do we ever go back to find out how are these curricula being assessed? Or we take for granted that the lecturers and the professors, like expired ones like me, know it all. So it's something that all education institutions should be able to do, carry out, because we all carry out assessments. Go back, search for how we have been doing assessments, and see whether it meets the billing. And therefore, this morning, the Directorate of Research and Development are going to present 2 timely relevant research papers out of the 6 that the Directorate embarked on. And this work, this is where I said I was going to talk about Professor Rose Clark later, is approved by the UNEB Board Committee on Research, and it is chaired by Professor Rose Clark. So, Prof, thank you and congratulations for guiding our research team and the Secretariat, guiding them on topical areas that needed to be critically examined, and that they're courageous enough to come this morning to say, these have been our findings. And not only that, that they're expecting you, the participants, to critique what they've done. There are not many people who are willing to do that. I give you a small story. When I